and that's what makes it kind of fun. Ooh, burn.
All right. You guys are more than welcome to check me out as we play. The only added benefit you get is I need to really come up with something else, because it used to be to check out a guy with a beard was so massive and epic that it will make grown men cry, but you guys can see this now. My chat's hilarious. There you go.
Yeah.
And we're on YouTube and the Twitch.
Do I make food? Guess I'd go with it. I don't know.
Depends. Do you make potatoes?
I don't think so. I don't have of herbs and stewed rabbits in here. I don't think there's anything that makes food, but we'll find out. I don't think I make orc armies either. I'm trying to. This deck is so full. I just slaved this up, so I'm not 100%, ready. And this deck produces so many different kinds of tokens that it is very hard. I'm sure I don't have all of them.
If you were a blue mana, I would keep you, but you're not. You make me sad.
Oh, I should draw a hand.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that usually sounds like a good thing to do.
That's it.
I have all the colors. That's all that matters.
Sorry, fellas, just throwing a few cards from one of my different decks in here that I gotta switch back and forth.
All right. Magic Turtle!
I've got a Nahiri Forged in Fury deck that I made just out of the draft shaft bulks that I have, just for funsies.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, randomize.
Yeah, I knew your reference. That makes me happy.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. Before we get, we can talk Rule 0 now and everything like that if you want. But I'm going to do, a standard YouTube open. Okay, it's going to be pretty obvious when it's happening.
See it?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So, Tyler, what I'm going to do is after I do my little intro, I'm going to say something along the lines of, and introducing Tyler, and then if you could just introduce yourself, introduce your deck, and then we just go in turn order until everyone's happy.
All right.
So, to kind of fill everyone with what I'm trying to do here before we get too far into it, is all I want to do is have a birthday party, and I want to have it as fair as possible.
Cool. I will bring the food to the party. How about that?
Now, did you bring enough food for everybody?
I got quite a bit of food. And if I run out of food, then I can always make some token foods.
Because I want, if you bring in food for yourself, you got to bring in enough food for everyone. Isn't that the rules of, bringing food in the class?
Plenty of food to go around. I don't have any of those tasty grilled cheese looking tokens or the Sour Patch Kids from the new set, though.
Oh.
Not as pleasant looking food.
I am so excited that it's all Lord of the Rings stuff. So, does everyone have a keepable 7?
I have not.
I'm good.
Yeah. So, it's definitely a keepable 7. So if you have to mulligan, that's fine. Then never mind then.
We're good.
All right, we're gonna hit the record button.
You're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of appropriate ages, welcome to another episode of Commander with Randos, and we have our friend Tyler here. What kind of stuff do you got going on for us today?
I'm playing Samwise Gamgee, here to bring all the food to the table, make a bunch of food, then sacrifice the food for value.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. And Jet, what do you got for us?
So this deck is called Tom Bombadil Talks Too Much, which is relevant to the story and also what the deck kind of does. So Tom Bombadil cares about sagas, so I am playing a whole bunch of them. It also has some kind of enchantress qualities to it because sagas, it turns out, are enchantments. So we'll be doing a little bit of that today. And this is my first time, just sleeved it up, so I have no idea how this is going to work. So we're all going to have a good time.
All right, well, the goal of my deck is to turn this round upside down and have a birthday party. This is the fairest life gain deck you'll ever see. There's no infinite combos or anything like that. And all I want to do is activate Bilbo's second ability. I don't even care if I lose after that. Like, that's all I want to do.
50 first.
Yeah, that's right. And it's all fair. And then, hot sauce. What do you got for us?
Well, for every good hero, you also need a bombastic villain. I'm bringing Lord of the Nazgul. He every time you make a instant or sorcery, he brings them Wraith Homie. So yeah, we got a few ways to copy effects and make a few copies of him legally, of course.
Do those Wraithy boys fly?
He is the only flying one, unless
okay, good.
you make copies of him. But the wraiths he makes Manache.
Manache.
Uncool kids.
Yeah, for the uncool kids, and we only have cool kids here in chat. So.
Oh yeah, we do Manache here.
I can't wait to see how relevant protection for ring bearers becomes with four.
from four
decks. Oh, it's bombastic. It's so stupid. I love it.
Now, I will say I don't have a lot of stuff that ring tempts me. Hey, Tyler, thank you for subbing to me on YouTube. You're the best. Anyway, all right. So Tyler, we can go ahead and get this party started.
Sounds good. I will start us off. Troll. We'll lay a forest as land for turn.
That's right. It's only the magical of turtles.
I'll draw for turn. I will start with the Atora's Proving Ground. That's the Jund Triland, and that's it for me.
All right.
It's too bright.
All right. We're going to play this Temple Garden tapped, and then pass it to our good friend Hot Sauce here.
All right, we're gonna draw for turn. Ooh, tasty. We got an Island, and we'll tap it for a first up, it's Wayfarer's Bauble. Pass the turn.
It's a Wayfarer's
Bauble.
He's the first person to cast a spell, so that means he's the leader.
I'm the obvious threat, of course.
We'll lay a Plains as land for turn. Tap 2 for Steve.
Hey, I love Steve.
Yes.
Steve's the best because I'm Steve.
I'll untap. I'll draw for turn.
There you go.
I don't appreciate getting sacked every time I come out on the board, but that's a different story for a different day.
It's part of how the whole thing works, isn't it?
It is.
I will play Murmuring Bosk tapped. That is a janky Indotha Triome, and I will pass.
Wait, you're not going to reveal a Tree Folk from your hand to make it come into play untapped?
Not this time.
Damn. What were you thinking?
Keyword this time.
All right. We're going to play our good friend Swamp and everyone's favorite Suture Priest. So whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain 1 life. And then whenever a creature enters the battlefield under opponent's control, you may have that player lose a life. Boo. So help me remember, folks, okay?
All right.
In response, I'll go ahead and sacrifice Steve.
Poor Steve.
Poor Steve.
All right. Hot sauce. All right, Hot Sauce. Hit him with the hasty boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Make him pay. Because Blue Black is known for the hasty boys.
Oh yeah, of course. If my camera ever decides to work with me, that'd also be cool. Do we do the thing? No, we'll be kind for now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bubble thing and pass.
He's like, I don't even care. I'm not gonna represent anything.
Nope. I have. You know what? I do represent. I stand these full art lands from Innistrad. I love these lands. They make my soul happy.
I like them, but I also don't like them because we were just talking about the oil slicked like basic lands and how you could potentially which would you'll have potential like having trouble like telling what it is. I feel like with them it's fine. With those it's really hard to tell.
Oh yeah, I completely understand.
We'll lay a forest as land for turn. Tap 2, cast Samwise.
Sir, go ahead and lose the life.
Yep, I will lose a life, and then we'll pay 2 for an Idol of Oblivion. And Pester.
Oh,
Oh,
he
yes.
didn't make a token, so we're safe.
No tokens.
Tyler, if you would select the stacks.
Do what?
Oh, it's a cut.
Oh, I'm lost.
Let's go middle.
Oh,
And then
oh.
middle, and then right, and then left.
Right?
Yep.
Then left.
Yeah, don't
Pretty
ask the magician to do false cuts or I mean cuts for you because I'll make it whatever I want it to be.
That's a mountain.
It's a mountain.
Where's a Robbo when you need him?
Just being real loud about it. I'm gonna pay 3. I'll get a green from this, so it won't hurt. I'll play Kadama's Reach. I'm gonna pass while I'm doing the thing. I'm gonna get a island and a plains.
We're
So,
gonna
oh,
go ahead.
just for funsies, the last time I got to play this Lord of the Nazgul deck, I actually played a Tom Bombadil, and he played a Haro, where in addition to cast, you have to sacrifice something, and I countered it. He was like, "You made me sack my own land." I'm like, "No, you sacked your land, good sir."
It's true.
Like an evil villain. It was so much fun.
That is pretty evil. So we're gonna tap Temple Garden for white, black, green, and we're gonna play our good friend Bilbo. We're ready to have a birthday party. And I'm gonna gain 2 life. And let the life gains begin.
Yeah, I
Well,
had
know you
the
liked it, but did you put a ring on it?
I had the new version of
I did not yet.
of Harrow from the Lord of the Rings set and Tish Restoration in this for quite a while, but it really, as I was wheedling down cuts, that was one of the ones that got made.
So mentioning the putting a ring on it, do you guys think the one ring should be banned in Commander?
I haven't actually seen it that many times.
The only time I've seen it is when I've played it, and every time I've played it, I loved it.
I'm
But-
playing a Legislator, but go ahead.
I personally don't
Go ahead
have a
and
problem
take one
with
for that.
Of course.
Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll pay.
So it's hard to justify either way for me, just because I'm on both ends. Because like, yes, I do see where it can be easily abused. Because I have a Mishra Eminent one deck,
Mm-hmm.
and like literally just, oh, it's a non-token artifact. Oh, more. I need all of it. Just constantly.
So
in out, always having protection.
so you have to cast it in order for it to have protection. So like you have to use a clone or like something along those lines in order to get that effect. But it's just decent card draw too.
Arch of Araska is land for turn, then I'll move to combat and I'll send Samwise at Tim for 2.
I have no blocks. I'll take 2 Samwise damage. Sam.
Then I'll just pass the turn.
That's sad because he also has a Sam deck. And I just realized how good Eidolon of the Eidolon thing you got there.
The Idol of Oblivion? Oh,
Yeah, that's really good in that deck.
Beautiful. I'm not saying it's also in here, but if it was,
If it was.
I will play that plains that I revealed.
It's turning into a birthday brawl. I have to agree with you, Magic Turtle.
What shall I?
But if this is a Dothraki birthday party, it hasn't been good enough because no one's died.
Okay, I am going to 1, 2, 3 black. I'm going to get a black from this, which will cost me a life. And I am going to play the Cruelty of Gix. I'm going to read ahead to the set. I'm gonna read ahead to the second one, and so it's a tutor that cost me 3 life. So I'm gonna tutor and take 3 more, and pass while I'm tutoring.
Okay.
tasteful.
Shoo-boo! Ooh,
Getting
fun.
that card.
And if you control 4 more lands, untap that land. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the Fable Passage thing. Getting a planes. But after I shuffle, so we'll do Essence Warden. I'll gain 2 life. Pew pew. And then with that planes that's coming in from Fabled Passage, we're gonna play the Gaffer.
Do you have a trigger?
You have a trigger, you said?
Yeah, I've got Ledger Shredder trigger.
Because you get to draw a card, right?
Yep, draw a card, discard, and if it's a permanent, I get to put +1/+1 on. I believe that's the way Connive works.
Yep, you got it.
I have no idea.
That's that. Yeah, that's 100% correct. You loot, and if you pitch a non-land, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Pitch a non-land. Yeah, we're gonna pitch this here exclude, so we'll put a +1/+1 on him.
Sweet, you're welcome. And then I'm gonna gain 4 life.
You love to see it.
Oh, I do. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I'm done shuffling, I'll end my turn and draw a card.
Cool.
Shabam.
Go ahead and go.
Shabam.
Untap drawer. Oof. You know, I'd love to do that.
Then do it. Do it. Or in the mighty words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Do it. Yeah. Bump it, we ball. That's what we're gonna do. I see your life gain over there, good sir.
Yeah?
I see your life gain.
And it's all been fair.
It has been fair. It's been very fair.
And
I
also,
can't remember that card on the very far right side.
The Gaffer?
Yes, the column.
Mm-hmm.
What does he do again? I can't remember.
If I've gained 3 at the beginning of each end step, if I've gained 3 or more life this turn, I draw a card.
Yes. I'm just trying to cycle through my cards, so unfortunately, I'm going to mess your board up, and I am
What?
sort of kind of sorry.
Are you though?
Sort of kind of sorry. Sort of.
I have strong doubts.
I'm trying to connive so I can go through my deck more. I'm gonna snap.
Oh, if you're just returning it, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what
So-
it's sort of kind of.
So you're returning this to my hand.
Yeah, and then I'll untap 2 lands. Yes.
I'm okay with that. Like if you were destroying it, I would be upset, but I can just cast it again next turn.
Yeah, this is why I'm gonna say I'm sort of kind of sorry. There's a rapid hybridization.
All right, now that's just rude. Target.
Look, hey, you have a consolation prize. I'm gonna take out your priest, but hey, it's an upgrade. Instead of 1/1, it's a 3/3 now.
so much better.
And then we
All right.
also
Gain a life from the Essence Warden. Too.
I will gain 2 life, sir.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you hate to see that. I would rather not do that, but here we are anyway. We're going to pitch Reality Shift. So
I'm okay with
Shredder
that.
will have one more. And I will pee in the tea.
On your end.
You're gonna pee in the tea? That's disgusting. Disgusting.
It's all the same shade. It'll be okay. Hey, I'm a
If your pee is brown, you should go see a doctor, my friend.
No one's noticed yet. Okay, so it's clearly not that big a deal.
on your end.
Do you think this
Where did I
man
put my
is
toes?
clear? All I'm gonna say. How old and dusty this man is.
All right. So-
Step flash out Gandalf the White.
Yeah.
I'll gain 2 life.
ETB, I'll make 2 food. One from Samwise, one from the Gandalf trigger. And then I'll activate Idol of Oblivion to draw a card.
Beautiful.
And I'll untap upkeep.
You know, if I had the Gaffer, I still would have drawn a card. Oh, no, I wouldn't have because it was during the end step. Never mind.
Sad.
I'll go ahead and pay 3 for Jaheira, Fiend of the Forest. That will make me 2 more food.
Ooh.
I will activate Idol of Oblivion, draw a card.
Sure will. That's a creature, yeah?
It is, yep.
I'm gonna gain 2 life.
Then we'll pay 4 green using Jaheira's ability to tap these for green mana.
And you're saying you could have rapid hybridization that.
You're right. You're right. You're right. In response.
Beast Whisper.
In response to the Beast Whisperer, I am going to go for the throat, Jaheira.
Okay.
And then I'll gain life for Beast Whisperer.
Sounds good. Beast Whisper ETB will just make me 1 food because it is not legendary. And then I will move to combat.
Get him! Get him!
I am going to Ledger Shredder real quick, just because you did cast 2 spells this turn.
Sounds good.
Oh, I really don't want to do that. Oh, but I've got to. Frick it, big wall. Curiosity Crafter, go ahead.
So it's going to get bigger again, right?
No, it does not, because he's a creature.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
I will send Gandalf at zombie.
How big is Gandalf?
It's a 4/5.
4 or 5. I don't know. I mean, I'm only at 56.
Oh, it's whenever it's a non-land card that creature gets +1/+1. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so yeah, I'll take the 4.
Feels good. Then I will move to post-combat, new effects, and pester.
Ooh. Draw for turn. This goes to 3. Does anybody have any creatures in their graveyard?
I do. Future
I do.
Priest.
Jaheira and Securus Tribuilder.
Okay.
I have a Curiosity Crafter.
I was told you're stinky.
What does that guy do? He draws when tokens do damage. You draw cards, right?
Whenever a token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. You have no maximum hand size. He's a 3/3 flyer.
Okay, I'm gonna put our creature card from 8 graveyard onto the battlefield under my control, and I'm gonna snatch that Curiosity Crafter.
Of course you will.
Yep.
That's the reason we play Dimir, because everyone wants Dimir.
Curiosity Crafter.
Every time I think of Curiosity Crafter, for some reason my brain just goes.
Oh,
directly
another
into
creature
the
came into play. I'll love to gain 2 life. Thank you. Oh, I love the art you gave him.
That's a bird.
He's
It's a bird.
That's a bird.
It's a bird. My
You're doing
life
some
return is
burp
gonna be
things.
a command tower, and then I'm gonna look around a little bit. So you have a 3/3 salamander, right? Like or whatever. that is.
Yeah, frog lizard or something.
Frog lizard. Yeah, and you got Bilbo, and you're gaining life. He's got a big old ledger shredder. How big's ledger shredder?
He is a 4/6,
Okay,
4/7, something like that.
okay. That's not incredibly terrifying, but just a little bit.
Yeah,
terrifying.
4/6.
Okay. Boy, I really wish I didn't have to keep giving you life, but it's just life.
Oh no, is the classic stinky not working?
So what you should do is you should swing that burp at him, so that way you can draw a card and you get to and you
But
take out some of his life.
it's creature tokens though, right? Whenever a creature token you control,
Yeah, that's the actual creature.
Yeah,
that's the actual creature.
Yeah, it's
like I stole it out of your grave. This is not a token.
Oh, okay, it's just a representation. Oh,
Right.
bad
It looks
there.
like it looks like a token. I wish it weren't. Okay, I'm gonna pay 2 and play Sithis Harvest Hand.
that's not scary.
Gain
Hey!
your life.
Woohoo!
That's very scary.
And then I will pay. I'll get a green out of the box so it does not do me damage, and I will play the Huntman's Redemption.
I have a Ledger Shredder trigger.
Yeah, you do.
I will draw a card.
Sure, Kurt.
Oh yes, finally. Oh, finally land.
Yeah, I'm nervous too. I have 1 left in my hand, and
I got Talrand, so he's gonna go up another one.
I'm gonna draw and gain a life. I gained the life already. I'll draw. Hutman's Redemption. First chapter is a 3/3 beast. So you gain more life, Mr. Game and Life.
Yay!
And that's it for me. Pass.
All
Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get my camera to work with me.
right, we're gonna go ahead and draw a card. It's not really a card I want right this second. We're gonna play Vault of the Archangel. All right, everyone's getting big scary creatures, so I want a big scary creature too. We're gonna cast Sunscorched Regent.
Nah, that thing every game.
Every
Oh my
game.
god.
I'm gonna gain 2 life. And then
Kill,
that's all I got, my friends.
kill that with fire.
No!
Before it reproduces?
Alright.
Is
Alright.
that your second spell this turn, or
Nope.
Okay.
Just one spell
Well,
for me.
Never hurts to ask. Oh. Alrighty then.
Oh.
Alrighty then. Okay, Ace.
Okay. I
Oh
think-
no. If only I
No.
could do the thing. Anyway, Arcane Signet.
Alright, I'm gonna gain 2 life because it's a spell you cast, and it's gonna get 1 bigger.
There's a Demir Aqueduct. You do is tapped. We'll bounce the island back to hand.
Wish you saved that snap now, huh, buddy? Because then you could untap and gain mana.
Meh. It is what it is.
No, I feel you, brother.
It is what it is. I know what I need, and it's just I need lands. That's been my
Storm
big
count
problem
1.
now. Nah, I don't have no good storms right now.
Right, meow.
For me out at least. I'll pass turn.
You're in step using Gandalf's ability. I'm gonna pay a green and a white and flash out Safi Eric's-daughter.
Hey, I'm gonna gain 4 life.
That will make me 2 food. And I will draw a card. Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
I miss
Really
my
a 4.
suture priest. I would have been at the birthday party by now. If it wasn't
know.
for you killing that suture priest.
You know what? It was better than what I actually did take out was the farmer.
I am going to use Samwise's ability. I'm going to sacrifice 3 food to return target historic card from my graveyard to my hand.
There you go.
Jaheira.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Then we'll pay 3, cast Jaheira.
Hey, I'm gonna gain 4 life.
It'll make me 2 food. I will activate the idol, draw a card.
I don't like how much card draw everyone has that I don't have. I want a card draw. But
Then I
my
think
card
what-
draw got put back into my hand.
And we're gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for a X7 Farmer Cotton.
Oh,
There's the
yes!
good farmer.
Let's go! Okay, so you cast spells, so I'm going to gain 2 life for that. And then what was X?
7.
So I'm going to gain 14 more life.
Sweet mother of God, he's probably there now.
So yeah, I'll make 14 halflings and 14 foods. Actually,
your second spell by chance?
16 foods. That was my second
Oh,
spell.
I get double that because I get so I get another 14 life. Nice.
As much as I hate to be that guy,
Got
we're gotta
a counter.
gotta get rid of an Island.
Oh, you're not making your ledger shredder bigger.
Nope, not this time. Not this time around.
What's up, souls?
6. So I have 6 tapped and 16 untapped food. With 2 of the 16, I'm gonna tap 2 more, so I'll have 8 tapped. And 14.
Yeah, that's a lot of mana.
Yeah, 14 untapped. We will cast a prize pig.
I love Prize Pig. I'm going to go ahead and gain 2 life.
That will make
4 life,
food.
sorry. And then this is 5.
Then we will use 2 of the food, 10 tapped, 13 untapped for a Sereth Steel Seeker.
I'll gain 4 more.
Cast trigger, Beast Whisper. I forgot cast trigger on the prize pig. It is not a May ability. Do you guys care if I draw from the prize pig?
Go for it.
Nah, dude.
Go ahead.
That will make me a food when it enters, and whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, look at the top card of my library. If it's a land, I may reveal it, put it in my hand. If I don't, I may put it in my graveyard. I will put it in my graveyard. It's a Peregrine Took.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will tap 4 food down to 10, up to 14 tapped for Eleanor Gardner.
I'll gain 4 more.
I'm gonna get you there, Bilbo.
Oh, we're there.
That will enter. That will or cast. Draw a card. Enter. Make me 2 more food. I will look at top with the Sarenth. I will put the Elvish Mystic in my graveyard. Then we'll move to combat. I'm gonna swing all of my non-summoning creatures, these 4, down at you, zombie.
So you have 4 creatures coming my way?
I have 4 creatures, a 4/5, a 2/2, a 2/3, and a 2/2.
Okay, so my 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My 11, 10 will block your Gandalf. My
Okay.
3/3 will block your Samwise.
Mhm.
And how big is Beast Whisper? 2/2?
2/3.
2/3. And then actually I'll have my 3/3 block your Beast Whisper and my Bilbo block your Samwise.
Okay, so Safi's getting through
Safi for 2, right?
for 2. All 3 of these would die, but before damage is dealt.
Oh, okay, so I'm not going to take anything.
No, you're not going to take 2. Yep, I'm going to sacrifice Safi, targeting Gandalf.
Sure.
So you won't take anything. These 2 will die. Gandalf will return. Put that back into the command zone.
I'll gain 2 life because of Gandalf coming back.
That was counterproductive.
Thank you.
Then we will move to end step. Trigger Eleanor. Beginning my end step if I sacrificed it. Oh, I didn't sacrifice the food, so nothing there. Pass turn.
Didn't you sacrifice food to get what's its name back?
Oh, I did sacrifice the food. Yep. Thank you. I forgot about that. So I will search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. It will be a forest.
All right, Tim. Are you gonna let me have a birthday party?
I really could stop you. But I haven't seen it happen yet, but I'm fairly confident it means the game is over if I let you do that.
I mean, yeah. But birthday parties are fun.
I know. I don't I don't want to be that much of a party pooper, but okay. So I should do this first. Actually, going to 2 on Huntman's Redemption. I'm going to sacrifice this beast, search for a basic land or creature card, reveal that, and put it into my hand. I am gonna get. This is a good question. I don't think the game is gonna last much longer, so I don't think it matters.
As long as it's not a planes that you've been needing for the last 3 turns.
I have two. Why would I need a planes?
Because you were playing your Samwise deck and you needed a white mana source and then someone else destroyed one. You don't remember that game, Tim?
Nope. Oh yeah. Now I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that it actually would have moved the needle very much. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I know what I can do. I'm gonna get. Oh my god! Come on. It's not in my hand, is it? Am I that daft? No. I'm gonna get Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
Joyce?
So that's going to go to my hand. I am going to shuffle my library well enough to start drawing from it again because I'm going to, surprising no one, cast a few enchantments.
As long as you cast 2, I'm down.
That is the magic number. So okay, land for turn. Exotic Orchard. 3 mana for Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Draw a card, gain a life.
I'm gonna gain 4.
Second land for turn. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. I will tap 3 and play The Princess Takes Flight. Let me tell you about the princess and her flying horse. The first chapter says exile up to 1 target creature. And we're going to target Bilbo.
But then I want a birthday party. Return exiled creature cards to the battlefield under its owner's control.
When it gets to chapter 3.
Will it get to chapter 3?
It's going to take a while. That's my second cast.
Yep.
Ledger Shredder trigger.
You're going to counter that so I can have a birthday party, right?
No, I will not.
Yeah.
So I have a cast trigger for as
Yeah,
well,
I took care of that.
I've already taken care of mine.
Okay. And then last 2 mana for Nature's Lore. I'm gonna pass while I'm doing that.
All right. Well, I'm going to gain 1 life because I'm a
Confidence.
loser. Tim, that someone would have to be you, right? Like,
What the? If I hit somebody, I have a flyer. I could hit you. I could hit.
I have a flyer.
Tyler. Oh yeah, you do.
I have a very big flyer.
Damn Durgan.
It's not my turn yet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right. We're going to play a forest for the turn.
Getting into the triome with Nature's Lore and then shuffling.
I just want Bilbo back, but I don't want to just cast Bilbo. So we're just going to make everything big. Archangel Athun. Is that fair, guys? I'm going to gain a life and everything's going to get 1 bigger.
That's gonna be a big problem.
11. This is its power and toughness, and then I'll have a die up here for that. I'm playing fair magic. All I'm doing is casting one spell a turn and passing the turn. I actually never gained the one for that. Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead, Hot Sauce Hunter.
Oh, okay, cool. Gonna play in Island.
You got the land you wanted. Yay.
Right? So... Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gonna cast Lord of the Nazgul.
I'm going to gain 2 life, and then everything's going to get... so 1 for casting, 1 for gaining life. And then this... everything gets 2 bigger. So this should be a 3. 3.
I wish there was more I could do. However, that's about as good as it gets. I can get. Next turn I can do things. But until then, I passed.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Play a plains as land for turn.
Our good old friend Samwise Gamgee has a lot of stuff over there.
I have a lot of stuff.
You're also at a lot of life.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to regain back to 111. I just want to be able to cast Bilbo and activate.
I'm gonna pay 2 for Eldrami's Call.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and gain a life for you casting a spell. And then this is going to get a counter. And then
So
these will be at 4.
Search for a creature, put it in my hand, then shuffle.
I think it's going to be a Crater Hoof, my friends.
It will not. I do not have a hoof in this deck.
Oop, I only get...
It is going to be a banquet guest.
Oh, I was also going to be like, well, fine. It's not going to be Crater Hoof. It's going to be the white thing that's like Crater Hoof.
Nope, not that either.
Still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen somebody play it.
Alright. Then I'm going to cast my banquet guest by
Alright.
tapping. Let's see.
3. I'm going to gain 2 life. Sunscorched Region's going to get 3 bigger, and then everything else gets 2 bigger.
I'm going to pay 1 white here, and I'm going to tap all of these food for mana. So that's 26 green, so X 25, but it has affinity for artifact or affinity for food, so it's an additional 26 on top of the 25. So it's a 51, twice as many. It's a 102 trampler.
Bring it.
He said, "Give me the smoke."
Only it had haste. Then we'll move to combat. I'm gonna send all of these halflings at zombie. 14 of them.
All right, well, I'm going to block 4 of them, and then I'm going to gain 9
It's got
life.
lifelink.
It does. So I'm going to gain 9 life, but everything only gets 1 bigger. So,
So you take 1.
yep.
4 of these die.
And
I
then
did 1 damage, guys.
You got him. Got him.
If you could just cast 1 more spell, I'd be.
You want me to cast? You want me to cast 1 more? Okay.
Dude, please and thank you.
Even if it's a board wipe, I wouldn't even mind at this point, dude.
I'll pay 3 for a tireless provisioner.
oh, thanks. I'm going to gain. Oh
Yay.
God, now I have. Oh God. All right.
Oh no, it's got more than 20 counters on it. What a terrible thing to have.
I know.
Oh no, not that.
Just the worst.
That's the word.
Was it a creature?
It is a creature.
Oh, okay. So these are at 3.
All right. Well, you hate to see it, but it is what it is.
Then I'll pass.
Hooray, I feel very good about what's happening.
And then I need to gain the 2 life. I feel good. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Some thinking before I
Do
move
things.
to my. I'm gonna stop on my upkeep and think real hard about my life. If I do that.
Oh, he's in exile. I'm praying that thing resolves and gets to the 3rd chapter, by the way.
Oh, you left him under the. Under
Yeah,
there, huh?
yeah. So, I mean, if I don't get to cast a birthday party, I'm just gonna have to do other things, I guess.
You're gonna have to be the big sad.
I mean, I'll be big sad, but my creatures will be big sad and beat face.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah, the rain got canceled due to rain. Or the party got canceled due to the rain. So now everyone's angry.
Sadness on the stack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I need to think really hard about what is in my deck and if I can get to it in such a way that I can. Okay. So you are not going to do it this turn, and I have a turn to figure out what to do with the princess takes flight. I don't have the card that sacrifices. It's in the mail.
Oh no!
I can't dig for that. That would
My
hurt.
man. I have Phyrexian Altar, Bloodline Keeper, and AR of the Lochthwain one, the one
Yeah.
that sacrifices. I have those and a couple others in the mail right now for Edgar Markov. Trust me, I get it. I get it to my utmost degree. I hate everything about it.
1, 2, 3. I don't think that there's anything. I don't think I can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just don't think I actually have enough. I don't have enough mana to do it. Even playing 2 lands this turn, it won't be enough.
Dang.
Yep. All right. I'm just gonna draw a card and let my life hang in the balance. Draw. Move to my main phase. These 2 are both gonna trigger up. They're gonna give various creatures +2/+2 and stuff, but that's not gonna be relevant at all, I don't think, because I don't have good attacks anywhere. So let's say the Curiosity Crafter gets +4/+4 flying and trample. The Dryad gets +2/+2 and just trample. So this would be a 7/7 flyer. Does that matter? Probably not. Yep. Hutman's Redemption resolves. First land for turn. Second land for turn.
I just want to play my Farmer Cotton now.
Man, look at us being good ecologists.
Right?
Yeah. 3 mana for Citizen Champion.
I will say all this has happened by turn 6, and I haven't cast a single piece of ramp. Oh, you cast a spell! Yay! So I'm gonna gain
And it's
2
a
life.
creature,
Yep.
it's a
So
creature.
2 life. So he will get 3 bigger, and everything else will get 4 bigger,
3 more for the first
or
irrelevant
2
games.
bigger. So
Can I have trigger?
Do it.
I wish you were an island. I'm not gonna lie. I really wished you were an island. Do I?
all right, we'll do it this way.
Black, and you have blues. Technically, I could make that work.
It's 25, by the way.
You got it.
Forget it. You know what? I need that more.
I gave the life already. I'm gonna draw on cast and draw on ETB. And then I will pay 5 and cast my commander. That's Tom Bombadil.
I
He
saw
talks
it.
too much.
I saw it, Magic Turtle. I happen to look at chat. You're not getting me today. Oh, yay. It's my turn. Hey, Tim. You've been subscribed to me for 28 months.
And I just tuned in after playing the game for
GG
50
welcome to the
minutes.
sound supply.
All right, we're going to go ahead and draw my card for turn. Oh, that's a fun card.
I didn't even do this because I was so distracted. First Around Games makes a 1/1 human soldier on the first thing.
All right, we need to do it this way, this way, and this way. All right, so we're gonna play the gaffer. Oh wait, I'm doing this backwards. Black, white. We're gonna play Karlov. So whenever I gain life, it gets 2 bigger. So whenever I gain life, it will get 3 bigger.
Jeez.
So I gain 1 life. This is gonna get 3. These are gonna go to 6. And then we will play the gaffer.
We get a trigger.
You will get a trigger. And that would be
Oh my good lord.
here.
You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care at this point.
Gain to life. So
You know what?
this
I'm gonna,
here.
I'm gonna be audacious about it.
Yeah, be audacious.
Very audacious about it.
Boom.
I don't need a soul
boom.
ring. I don't need it.
Wow.
Spartans! May your breakfast be hearty!
Also,
Alright.
he's gonna get
All right. I need to gain a 3rd life because I want to draw a card. But I don't have a 1 mana cost creature in my hand, and I only have 1 creature with lifelink. I mean, I'll just gain life on other people, or I'll just draw cards on everyone else's end step. I'll pass the turn.
Alright. Very respectfully, good sir, you done goofed.
Oh.
You done goofed.
Oh, probably.
Oh, without a doubt, good sir. We're gonna play Exotic Orchard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look out. Exotic Orchards here, guys.
Here comes the man, the myth, the legend. Flood of Tears.
All right, I'm gonna gain
It's not a
2
creature.
life. Well, I'm gonna gain a life for you casting a spell.
That's fine.
And what's that do?
Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. If you return 4 more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield.
So that means
I'm-
Bilbo is permanently exiled.
I have no responses.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, Bilbo's gone. no birthday parties.
And I also get my Curiosity Crafter back.
All right, that's it. I'm kicking him.
So, part of the ability, I will get a trigger off of Lord Nazgul before he leaves. And that, it says it's copied, but it identifies as a 3/3 Wraith with Menache. And thanks to Flood of Tears, I can put 1 permanent from my hand onto the battlefield, and I shall choose Lord of the Nazgul.
I am so mad at you right now.
That is the saddest
You
thing.
know what? Fair. Super fair.
So, I'm officially not the threat anymore, right?
No, you're not. However, I'm going to pour a little more salt in the wound. I'm going to tap this Exotic Orchard for a preordain. I'll make another Wraith.
Wait,
Oh,
it doesn't return your stuff? It's everyone else?
So, return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. The only reason why I get the Lord of the Nazgul back is because it says if you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control, this way you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the only reason why I get to keep the Lord of the Nazgul on. You know, I will.
I'm starting to think the gaffer is the reason why.
You just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You're right. That right there was the pinnacle of how I am feeling right now. So you know that meme that's like that goes when someone asks how you're doing, you say you're fine, but you're not fine because they wouldn't understand. Yeah, that's the sound bit my chat just gave me.
What are you doing? Hot sauce?
Because no more Bilbo.
Go ahead, sir.
No more Bilbo. No more party.
Hey, you're at 131 life. You're doing great, my man.
No. The only purpose of this deck is to have a party.
Okay. Also, to give the devil its credit due, I am the evil man here. I am the bad guy. I can
So
hear
why
all
does
the
Sam
sounds
cost
right now.
4?
He was coming from the command zone.
Tax. Yeah, from the command zone.
Why
It
didn't you
was-
just put him in your hand?
It was dead before that.
Oh.
You blocked it at one point in time.
Oh,
and went
right.
Back to the command zone. Then we will pay. I think we do this next.
I'm not gaining life. Something's wrong.
So you all heard it here first. The
Sorry,
Princess
that's
Takes
skill
Flight
seeker.
is actually a badass card.
Make a food.
Well, if I wasn't being greedy and
Yeah.
wanted and just was like, fuck it, go to the command zone like a normal human being.
So with the Steel Seeker, I'm gonna put Selvala Explorer Return.
Oh, your
from my
magic trick.
graveyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah.
Then we'll pay 3 and cast Jahara. That will make me a food.
There we
Trigger
go.
Sarenth.
Sarenth. I love Sarenth Steel Seeker. Definitely a pet card of mine. I love that card.
We'll put Avacyn's Pilgrim in the graveyard.
Yep.
And then we will pay 2 green for Prize Pig. It will make me a food.
Yep.
Trigger Steel Seeker. I'll put a Paradise Druid in the graveyard.
Look at this guy going off over here.
Yeah.
One board wipe.
Then I'll pass. I have to discard.
All right,
again, so-
before we go on any further, my chat had requested a magic trick, so I'm going to show you guys one real quick. All right, so I have a real quick question. Do you guys believe in miracles? Because
Like the card mechanic, or
no, like
I have no
actual
faith in it.
miracles. Because I actually have 3 miracle cards here. What makes them miracles, depending on which way they're facing, it determines what card it is. So facing in this direction, we have 1 Darth Vader, 2 Darth Vaders, and 3 Darth Vaders. But all I have to do is turn the cards around just like this, and it actually turns into Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. All right, so I have another Obi-Wan Kenobi. The middle card is also Obi-Wan Kenobi, and so is the top card. But it's weird because all I have to do is turn it around like this, and it turns back into Darth Vader. And we're going to turn it around again, and it's going to turn back into Obi-Wan. But really what I want to find out is what happens when you turn the card face over this way, and it turns into an ace of spades here.
Noise.
So,
my man.
hey! So, your turn can proceed now, Tim.
Thanks. I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm so glad that this. I really was a little checked out. I had thought for sure this game was over.
Yeah.
So now I get to do stuff, and that's very, 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 very exciting. So I'm going
Ironically, I pulled the Flow of Tears
Oh.
off of the knife trigger that he gave me.
That's the Soul Ring discard. I get it. You know,
All right, I'm gonna pay 3 and replay Dryad of Elysian Grove.
I wish I had ramp.
I missed like 2 or 3 land drops. What do you mean, good sir?
But you've
Yeah,
had ramp.
I've been making land drops like twice almost every turn. So here's my first land for turn. Here's my second land for turn. That one's gonna do me two. Is it need to do me 2 damage? I think I might not need to use it actually.
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the right number. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is also the perfect number. I am.
everyone's such a high life total. What happened?
I'm gonna play Jin Gataxius.
Okay, what's this
Oh, no.
Jin Kataxis do?
It is the newest one. It is a 5/5 with a ward 2. And whenever I cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, I draw a card. I can put 3 in a blue and exile Jin Gataxius and flip it into the saga on the back. If I have 7 cards in my hand.
See, that's like a magic trick. Like, I thought my magic
So I'm
trick was
gonna
cool.
tap 4 mana and activate Jin Gataxius, flipping to the backside, which is called the Great Synthesis. So the first chapter in the Great Synthesis is I'm going to draw cards equal to the number of cards in my hand, and I have no maximum hand size for as long as this remains on the board. So I'm going to draw 7 cards.
I'm in
1,
danger.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 12, 13, 14, and that is my turn pass. I just activated a Praetor.
And I'm sitting over here with 6 mana. Crying myself to sleep here.
If it makes you feeling better,
So-
I have only
No, no, it doesn't make me feel better. Oh, welcome to the Zombie Horde. Thank you so much for the follow. All right. Now that I'm in a deep state of chronic depression. All right, so let's see. I mean, Essence Warden. Karlov. Will gain a life. Get 2 bigger. All right, look. Are you gonna wipe my board if I play the Gaffer again?
The
So,
Jin,
no.
listen,
the
as
Jin
a-
attacks.
I'm casting magic missile.
yeah, the second chapter of this is return all non-Phyrexians to their owners.
So why am I casting these spells?
I mean, can you gain enough life to draw an additional card? Do you have anything else?
No. Why am I playing these cards? Hold on.
You don't have enough to gain 3 life this turn.
No. Because my engine's gone. In exile forever because I'm a greedy person. You know, because I'm a greedy person.
It's very thematic.
Because I'm a greedy person,
He delved too greedily.
I'm
too deep.
gonna play greed.
Yeah.
And oh, I don't have a second black, so I guess I can't cast that one. I mean, I might as well gain life while I can. Essence Warden. I'll pass the turn. Man, I have never been so depressed in my life.
132 life.
Right? Like I'm in such a
Saddest clown in Sad Clown Town.
oh my god.
Is now a bad time to tell you that when you said that you're being way too greedy, my brain just instantly went to, give it to me! Is that-
It's a
is that
problem.
wrong?
It's a problem.
Let's call it a
Go on, get on with
personality
your turn. I have no reason left to live.
I've got a few reasons left to live, but there may not be a whole lot, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what?
My birthday party was ruined.
You're welcome. Curiosity Crafter. So
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm swinging all of them at you, Tim.
Yeah, of course. How much is it?
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 4 of it is commander damage.
I'll take 10 and 4 commander damage.
I will draw 2 cards. Guess what? I got a swamp for turn.
Oh, you played a
Alright.
creature. I'm gonna gain a life. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it an Urborg?
No, it's just a basic swamp.
You're ruining my life.
Same, very same. Yeah, no, got nothing else. Go ahead.
Got nothing for you. Head back to camp.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Man, bye, Bilbo.
We'll lay forces land for turn. You
Man,
want to get a bunch more life?
I mean, you're gonna farmer cotton. That's okay, I guess.
I am gonna farmer cotton. We'll pay for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. X 12 farmer cotton.
There's my 12 life.
So I'll make 12 untapped foods, 13 untapped foods.
I mean, I can brawl. It's just most of my cards don't do what I want them to do anymore.
These aren't gonna matter a whole lot. Then we'll move to combat. I got no good attacks, I don't think.
Yeah, you do.
You got
Yeah,
Jinkataxius.
We'll say there's that Jin.
I mean, he has a 2/3 man thing.
I just got a 1/2, a 2/2, and a 2/3, so nothing.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worth.
Nothing's
fighting
worth
in.
swinging with, and then I will pester.
Okay. Alright, untapping. We'll move this to the second phase. Return all non-Phyrexian creatures to their owner's hands.
In response to that trigger.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap my 12. Nope, I can't. They have summoning sickness. Never mind. You're good.
Depends on what's tapping him. If it's Convoke, you can.
It gives. I was gonna try to use Jahara's ability.
Oh, I can brawl, but it's like half my cards don't do what I want them to do anymore. Like, life gain doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's just rubbing salt into the wounds. Because I'm a greedy boy.
Oh, okay, so I don't have to do that. I can develop instead. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can play that.
Doesn't. Not even a birthday brawl. We got rained out. It's just
1, 2, 3, 4.
it's just a regular fight now.
Now I got to pay attention to colors. What a pain in the ass.
Boo-hoo, at least your deck can do what it wants to do.
Yeah, I suppose I could cast the dude first and fix all my mana, but I don't think that's the best way to do the thing. So I'm gonna Fable Passage. 2, 3. For a forest.
It seems like you need Chromatic Lantern there, sir.
Yeah, I mean that too. I mean I have enough lands at this point, but I just have to now because I don't.
Now
have
you just have to focus, right?
Yeah, to pay attention. Yeah, here's a green, a red, a blue, a white, and a black. For my commander.
You love to see it.
You know what I would love to see?
You to actually have your commander in your command zone.
Yeah.
Black. Red. Colorless. Doesn't matter, but does me damage. For Corvold and the Noble Thief. Which just makes me a treasure, and I'll get back to that. I'm sorry, that one costs 4. These 4 for Corvold. These 5 for... Have you heard the story about In the Darkness Bind Them?
Hey, your commander's indestructible now.
Hey, we got there. So, In the
So
Darkness
if
Bind
I
Them's
were to
gonna make
have-
me a wraith.
Have you been tempted?
Yes, and I get tempted by the ring, and Corvold's and the noble thing makes me a treasure. So this is going to be 1. We're going to make the Wraith the ring bearer, and that is my turn pass.
Okay. All right, so the depression has officially sunk all the way in.
You're onto acceptance now.
I'm gonna start bargaining soon. Like, can I please have my commander back? Let's see. Can't cast these 2 cards because for some reason I only have 1 black source.
I would say I don't make deal with terrorists, but the problem is that I was the terrorist.
You are a terrorist for saying that you don't think I should. I
For me
am
taking
one,
away his
but
commander, I'm like, well, I mean, technically, I am the terrorist. That's the problem.
Essence Warden. And let's just start the Archangel Athun party.
You love to see it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna gain a life and they're gonna get bigger. Meow.
Can you hear my cat?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Beat me.
1, 2,
Don't-
3,
don't
4,
jump
5,
over.
6, 7. I don't have a I'm sorry. I am at 7 cards in hand. And I'm going to cry now.
Felt that.
Yep.
Drop. Oof. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do. Well, that makes me the big sad, but can't help it.
Oh, I would totally take that deal, but nope.
I'm gonna use the Arcane Signet to task High Tide.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Lord.
Some stormy things are happening. I'm gonna get a life.
Yep. I am then going to take these 2 black to do an Ornithopter.
I'm gonna gain a life.
Yep. Unfortunately, you hate to see it. The only other thing I can do currently is... Oh, I have 3 technically. That's the problem.
So you play Frantic Search on tap all your islands to get more mana.
I would love to if I had Frantic Search in my hand. That's the problem.
Well,
Is I don't.
why aren't you
So,
frantically searching for it?
That's actually what I'm trying to do when I cast a Ledger Shredder.
Oh, I'm gonna get another life.
Yep. And then I'll also tap the Exotic Orchard for a blue, and I will play Consider.
I'm gonna gain a life because you're gonna make a Wraith, right?
Yes, I will.
I mean, Archangel Athun's pretty beast.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's what 8, 9 over there or something.
Something like that.
Okay, you can actually go under, and then I will draw a card. Oh, that's beautiful. You'll love to see it. Guess what? Sunken Hollow.
Hey, it taps for 2.
It does tap for 2 just for this turn, though. Do I have... That's a non-land. God bless America. There's not a whole lot I can do with it.
I feel you, brother.
It's just, I hate to see it.
I'm sitting over here with 6 mana.
I wish I could tap that Ornithopter, but I can't. That's my problem. Go ahead. But there's that wraith.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
That's a lot of food you got over there.
Yeah, getting back up there.
Making me
We
hungry.
will. We'll pay 3 for Jahara.
Who would have saw that coming?
We'll pay a white and a green for Yodin Dissident. Yodian Dissident. And then we'll pay. We'll tap 2 food for Sarenth Steelseeker. Then I'll just pass the turn.
I do have a trigger because I got Ledger Shredder.
Yep.
You know.
Hey.
You cast Bean Bean.
I just cast summon BB after I explicitly asked you not to. Okay.
I mean, it's a cat. Like, they don't listen.
It's
Go
true.
ahead.
She listens as well as a cat can be expected to.
I'm sorry, what was that? I wasn't listening.
Anytime I
Okay.
see a cat, usually my first response is say, I cast Classification.
Card's
Nice.
great. All right, so what's happening now that it's your main phase?
It's not my main phase. I didn't draw yet.
Oh, okay.
It's my upkeep, and I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna end up. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, on my upkeep, I'm gonna hit the Hall of Heliod's Generosity.
By the way, I can't wait to talk about not having my commander in our podcast about
gonna
these
put the-
decks.
I'm gonna put the Cruelty of Gix on top of my library, and then I'm gonna draw my card for turn, and then I'm gonna move to my main phase. So I'm gonna have these 2 triggers resolved first, just for ease of processing all of this noise. Somebody call a judge.
Present.
This is weird. This is gonna be very weird. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to 2 treasures. I'm gonna go up to a second wraith. I will get tempted by the ring a second time. Do I want to put it on Tom?
I mean,
It does stop it. It does stop it by being blocked by bigger things, right? That's kind of a okay. I will make Tom the ring bearer.
kind of a flavor fail. Because the ring didn't do anything with
Sure. Okay. Now I'm going to resolve the Great Synthesis. So when that ability resolves, I may cast any number of cards from my hand without paying the cost.
Oh god.
The way that this works is that I'm going to put them all on the stack, and then the ability is going to resolve, and they're going to resolve in the order that I put them on the stack.
Sounds right.
So I am going to put Cruelty of Gix on the stack. The Princess Takes Flight, Burst of Rowan Games, the Kami War, Displacer Kitten.
Gross.
Dryad of Elysian Grove, Sithis, Citizen Champion.
So Citizen Champions at this, like, it will resolve in that order, right?
That's
Top
right.
to bottom, yeah.
Yep. So, I'm trying to figure out when the Tom Bombadil thing is going to go off. I think.
It would be after it resolves.
I think so. I think so too. Okay, so I'm going to resolve these. Citizen Champion, and then 1, 2, not an enchantment. 3, 4, 5, 6 enchantments.
How many
So
of
this is
them were
gonna
creatures?
I had 4 creatures enter the battlefield.
All right. So. My life total is absolutely absurd, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So when this ability resolves, Jin-Gataxias flips and comes back onto its front side. Tom Bombadil is going to trigger because I had a saga resolve, so I'm going to reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal the saga.
And then Jin-Gataxias is a creature, so I'll gain another life.
Elspeth conquers death. Another trigger here. I'm going to draw a card for Citizen Champion. And then I'm going to resolve all of the first triggers of all of these guys. I'm actually going to read ahead Cruelty of Gix, lose 3, and tutor. Kami War is going to exile a non-land permanent and opponent controls. I'm going to exile Jaheira.
I will respawn.
Let me put all the targets on the stack.
Yep, sounds good.
So Princess Takes Flight is going to target Lord of the Nazgul. Elspeth Conquers Death is going to target Archangel of Doom.
It's exile for good.
That's right. So before anything resolves, response.
Yeah, I will respond. I'll pay. Yeah, nope, not like that. We'll do 1, 2, and then 3 of these down to 11. To 5. Flash out Gandalf. Tap 4 of these.
I'll gain a life. She's still not
That's
still
right.
on the board, so I'm
still
gonna
on the field as this is happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to
Flash out Eleanor.
Like a Liver Shredder deal.
Yep.
You would have gotten it from him casting all those spells
Yeah,
too.
long time ago.
Then it will resolve.
Because I know Ledger Shredder says whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, so I'm still kind of keeping my eyes open for.
Yeah. So did you get one for Tim?
I did not do the one for Tim.
Those are all cast, right?
Yeah, it's on cast.
Or do you just put them into play?
They're cast.
Okay.
Those were all spell casts.
Then I will go ahead and throw. I'll throw the Archmage. Then we'll resolve the one for Tim.
So I'm resolving Cruelty of Gix and searching my library for a card. I already took the damage for it.
I know as far as Lord of the Nazgul goes, I will choose not to be greedy, and I'll put him back in the command zone.
Once was enough. I'm going to put that card in my hand.
Like, I don't even know what I need to win the game.
Do you have an Aetherflux Reservoir?
I mean, yes, that was one card that I was thinking of.
Because I would say, if you pulled him up right now, you could beam every one of us.
I could.
I don't know. It may sound strange, but I don't know if I want to commit anything else to the board at this point. I am.
I am the big sad.
Me too.
All right, I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to attack Zombie with Tom Bomb.
Oh, right. I can't block it with creatures that are bigger, right?
That's correct. It is currently a 4/4.
I will take 4 commander damage.
And that's it, pass. That's the most ridiculous turn I've ever taken.
And I'm happy for you, sir.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's the only time that'll ever happen, I'm sure. I'm never going to get Chicken Taxi as the flip again. You saw it here first, folks.
We're going to pay 2 life and draw a card. We're going to go ahead and shock ourselves.
Are you sure? Are you sure you can afford the life?
I don't think I can actually.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Are you sure you can afford? Are you sure about that?
But it was funny, oh.
I agree. That was hilarious.
Good.
We're going to pay 2 life and draw another card.
Bomb.com.
I already played a land. We'll play Sunscorched Region. I'll gain a life. That's it.
Okay.
I have 8 cards in hand. You're just a pain in the ass to keep track of.
Oh no, the Sun Scorcher's back.
That's it for me.
All right. I'm gonna play a swamp for turn. Okay. I have to do this correctly, and I am very worried. Cool. One, two, three. Well, technically, since you're a creature, we're gonna cast Arcane Proxy. On ETB, if I cast it, which I did, I can exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to Arcane Proxy's power from your graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So the CMC I can get is 2 or 1, and I will choose High Tide. Now cast it for turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to gain a life because he cast a spell. And then I'm going to gain another life because he cast a spell.
Yep. So, 1, 2.
I feel like
3,
he just
4,
deserves this dice.
5, 6.
It's true.
And then 7 for the good Lord.
Alright, I'm going to gain 2 life.
Over here doing the Lord's work.
That's exactly what we're hoping for, actually. That's exactly what we're hoping for. Oh, can I squeak by? Does not look like it. Then I'll have to do that. I will tap this blue and a black, leaving 1 blue floating, and I'm gonna cast Dramatic Reversal. So I got to untap lands.
I gain a life.
And I will make a Wraith.
That's too legit, man. Yeah. Oh, I gain a life
Right
for
now,
your
I'm
Wraith, too.
trying to... So I have 1 floating. And then I
Storm
can...
count 4.
2, 3. So I still have 1 floating. And that makes 4.
Mm-hmm.
To make a Machine God's Effigy.
And then...
Oh wait, no, I didn't mean for that. Sorry, I meant Spark Double. Sorry. Spark
Okay,
Double,
so I'm
that's
gonna
what I
get 2 life.
Yep. Ledger Shredder trigger. Drawer. I will put the. I hate to do this. I'll put Counterspell in there. I just got too much stuff going. After that, I think that's all I can do. So High Tide resolves, nothing else on the stack. All right.
Except my sadness, but I think that's just a constant state of this game state.
It's an enchantment now.
Yeah, it's an enchant world. Steve's
it's
sadness.
A saga. It's a saga with
Yeah,
an infinite number of chapters.
Tell me that story, Tom Bombadil.
Did you hear about the time that you chose not to put your commander in the command zone?
Have you heard about the time where I make stupid decisions in Magic the Gathering?
Oh, we're Magic players. We make stupid decisions all the time. I'm gonna cast, and then with my last available mana, I'm gonna cast Brainstorm and make 2 more Wraiths.
So I'm gonna gain 3 life.
It's writing it up over there.
Yep. And then
Why are my creatures getting so big?
3, put
It means I can't block your stuff, Tim.
It does mean that.
It also means Tim's gonna gain control of a giant creature when in the darkness bind them hits 4.
Hopefully by then I'm either dead or this game is over.
I mean, that's only 2 turns.
Hey.
It says hopefully, however. We're gonna put that boy back. All right, go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Tim, do you see their life totals? 39 and 39. Their life totals are too high. We should do something about this.
It's
Bonders
true.
on
I'm with you, but I have to kill you with commander damage. It is the only way. So, but there's no sense in me putting more attacks than that on you. Everything else is going elsewhere.
I'll pay 2 for Samwise.
Okay, hear me out here. If you
I'll gain
just
2
let
life.
me go for like 1 more turn, I might be able to actually take out his whole life with 1 swing.
That'd be sweet.
It's very doable.
We'll pay 2 for Prize Pig. That'll make me a food.
That's some pig.
Artifact enters. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on target creature I control. We'll just put it onto Gandalf. Sarah Steelseeker trigger. I will.
You don't need to put it in the graveyard.
No, I'll keep that up top. That's a good one. We need
Wow. That's
Wow.
really saying something.
that. We'll pay
Uh,
2 for Idol of Oblivion. I made a food. I'll tap it. Draw a card.
Oh yeah, he gets it.
We'll pay 1, 2, 3 Aura Shards.
Oh shit.
Wow.
oh, that's a problem.
That
That's
was a good one. Unfortunately, I don't have another cheap creature trigger at this turn. Unless... Yeah. We'll activate Samwise. We'll sack 3 foods. 5, 4. And target... Safi, Eric's daughter, to
Yeah.
return it to hand. Then we'll pay 2, cast Safi. Trigger Samwise, make a food. Trigger Aura Shards. What's the scariest saga, do we think?
Just
There's a
moving
lot
this
of them.
Just moving this soldier out of the way.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of songs.
And any input?
No
I
idea.
I don't know what most of them do, to be honest.
When Jink attacks, he just flips that one.
Yeah, I guess.
that
I guess
one.
for now we'll go with the in the darkness bind them.
See, he won't be getting my giant flyer.
Not anymore.
For a few turns.
We'll put the +1/+1 counter onto Eleanor, and then Steel Seeker again. We will put it in graveyard. It's a Mangara the Diplomat.
I like Mankara.
It's a good
Mangara's
card.
cool.
And then I will pass a turn.
Alright, am I going to play a creature small enough to block Tom Bombadil? Find out next time on Bilbo's Canceled Birthday Party.
Okay.
Oh god, how many times?
My old friend.
How many of your... So two of your things are going to flip into different ones, right?
No, and to answer your question that I think that you're asking, Tom Bombadil actually only triggers once each turn. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many of them go off. So I'm going to start by exiling the top 3 cards of target opponent's library, and I may play those cards this turn. I'm going to pick Hunter.
Top 3.
Top 3.
All right, hot sauce. Give us something spicy.
It B, Mirrored Landscape, Night's Whisper. Oh.
How'd that get on top?
You got 2 Curiosity Crafters in there?
No, I put him back because of Brainstorm.
Oh, get it back.
Big brain plays.
Okay, so Night's Whisper is draw a few cards. I know what Curiosity Crafter is, and then you have the Myriad Landscape land, right?
Yep, that would be it.
That's
Okay,
all,
so
folks.
just leave it. I can cast them till end of turn. So just if you would just kind of put them down in front there, so I can keep an eye on them here, and then we'll.
All right, souls. You have a wonderful evening. Bilbo's birthday celebration has been canceled, so it's okay.
Cruelty of Gix is going to trigger and reanimate a creature. Can I see what says in everybody's graveyard? Zombie.
I have a Suture Priest and a Karlov.
Yeah.
I got Mangara the Diplomat, Tireless Provisioner, Paradise Druid, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Savella Explorer Returned, Beast Whisperer, Elvish Mystic, and Peregrine Took, and a Secure Tribuilder.
Wow.
I have a Tower and Sky Summoner and Archmage Emeritus.
What is the wording on Talrand?
Talrand is on instant or sorcery. Make a
Instant or
blue
sorcery. Yep. Okay.
Make a blue drink. And then
yeah.
Archmage Emeritus says on instant sorcery, draw a card.
Yeah. No, I don't want those. I don't want these.
You want Suture Priest.
I might want Karlov. Because that lets you remove stuff, right?
Yeah, but you have to you put counters on it, and you have to remove 6 counters to exile stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take Karlov.
Okay.
Okay, so I did have 2 Sagas Resolve, which means Tom Bombadil is going to trigger that one time, and the very top card was there and back again.
Is that the one that makes the goblin that makes...
No, it makes Smog.
Oh, Smog, that one. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is up to 1 target creature can't block for as long as this is on the battlefield. So I am going to pick the Ledger Shredder.
He cannot block.
He cannot block.
All right.
How many wraiths do you have right now?
Currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Currently.
And your Spark Double, is that your commander?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
He is a non-legendary version. Oh, also he should technically have a +1/+1. Technically.
You should.
Oh, I should do it like this. Okay.
Technically.
I know how to play Magic.
You know,
the Dryads
I don't know
out.
how to play Magic, and yet
I don't need to think very hard about this, about what lands I'm tapping, because the Dryads back out. I'm going to start with Herald of the Pantheon. That's a creature for the people who are counting.
Yeah, that's me.
And then I am going to tap 4 with the reduced cost thanks to Herald. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to play Starfield and Mix.
So now your enchantments are creatures.
That's right. And that's all. So casting a non-creature spell is going to trigger Displacer Kitten.
Ledger Shredder will also trigger.
And I am going to blink. All right, so I should have said this before. I should have resolved all of these first. I apologize. So Elspeth Conquer's death is non-creature spells cost my opponent 2 colorless more to cast until my next turn. So every non-creature costs 2 extra for this whole next round. Target creature is going to get +2/+2 and gain flying. I am going to give that to Tom Bombadil. Kami Wars return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then each opponent discards a card. I'm going to return Lord of the Nazgul to your hand. And then everybody discard a card. How big is the Essence Warden?
12, 13, 14, 15. It's a 15,
Okay.
15.
That's plenty big. So I will give Tom 3+1/+1 counters from first to round games.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up to 9. That's still smaller than both of your creatures, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Displacer Kitten trigger. I am going to bounce the Princess Takes Flight. And it's going to come back in and exile a new creature. I'm going to exile the Spark Devil.
Damn. Love to see it.
I actually don't know if my enchantments being creatures is actually all that impactful here. I mean, I guess I can bring it over at Hunter, but it's not really that impressive. And then he just blocks and my stuff dies.
Yeah, I never liked Starfield Nix.
It's actually the first half of it that I care more about. Like the fact that it pulls one back every turn.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the fact that it reanimates one every turn is I think the more important part of it. And really, if we weren't so late in the game with everything mucked up as much as it is. Okay, so Ledger Shredder can't block. You got the proxy and 4 rates. Is that right?
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. So I am missing triggers left and right. I am going to go 1, 2, 3 for the Weather Seed Treaty. I'm gonna get all my triggers this time. So I'm gonna Displacer Kitten. The Princess Takes Flight again. So your Spark Devil's never gonna come back, and now I'm gonna blink out one of your tokens, one of the wraiths. I'm going to draw a card from Citizen Champion. Gonna draw a card from Sivis. And gain a life. I'm actually gonna gain 2. Bink, bink. That's gonna give Carla 4 triggers. Or 4 counters. 2 each, right?
2 each,
2 for
yep.
each life gain?
I forgot Sithis gains you life.
Yeah. And then Weather Seed Treaty is gonna search for a basic land. And it's gonna put it on the battlefield tapped. I'm gonna grab this basic land right here. Just keeping this Hall of Heliod's generosity out over here. All right, 2 more for the Modern Age. Again, I'm going to blink Princess Takes Flight and take out another Wraith token. I'm going to draw 2 cards and gain 2 life. This is going to go off. I'm going to draw and ditch one. I'm going to deck myself.
Oh, I would love to see that.
I know, right? It's absolutely not true. I'm going to discard the 1 ring. And then last 2 over here, I'm going to cast Fable the Mirror Breaker.
That's the one I kept thinking of.
That's the one. So one last time, I'm going to blink Princess Takes Flight, take out another Wraith.
Oh, all those are creatures too, aren't they?
Yes.
So how many did you...
1, 2, 3. I don't know where you started.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Oh, the cat takes flight. You've done that 3 times too?
That's correct. I probably should have drawn a whole bunch more cards.
Yeah, from your Centurion or whatever.
Yeah, the Citizen Champion triggers on ETB, so there probably should have been a million more. Okay, I am going to move to combat, and I am going to attack Zombie with Tom Bombadil, and I am going to attack Hunter with the Citizen Champion. What do you have left? You have 1 Wraith, and the proxy is a 2/1?
It is a 2/1, yes.
It is a 2/1. Okay, so I will attack Hunter with the Citizen Champion. Both of my Wraiths. The Kami War, which is a 6/6. Jin Gataxius. Eroa is a 3/3. Yeah, let's do that too. So you take zombie, you take 9.
I already did that. Yep.
Yep. So all the rest of these attacks are coming at Hunter. It's a 13, 15, 2, 3, 3 menace. Jingataxi is a 5/5. Kami Wars is 6/6. First Heroing Games is a 3/3.
Does any of it have evasion?
The raids have menace. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
At least I don't think so. I think it just makes them creatures.
Yep.
I don't think it makes them do anything else.
Okay. So I'll take this lovely wraith, and he will gladly die to your big boy. After that, so the rest of them are big enough that it won't matter. Whatever the next biggest is, I'll throw the proxy in front and then just take the rest.
Yeah, 6/6. So 3, 5, 6 more is just 11. Cool.
Your
And
Karlov's
that's
pretty
it.
big, huh?
Yeah, and I'll pass turn. Yeah, Karlov has 8 counters on it right now.
And you have no mana open though?
That is not correct. I have 2 treasures down here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so hey zombie, do you want to maybe team up just a little?
I mean, no.
Fair. Fair.
Do you remember that time where I didn't do that really terrible thing to you?
All right, we're gonna cast our good friend Belladros here. And then I'm gonna pay 2 life and
Oh, you can. Nice.
greed,
Yeah, that seems good.
and then we're gonna pay 10 life. And then I forgot to gain the life from that card. All right, so
Remember that any non-creature spells cost 2 more this round.
I didn't plan on playing any non-creature spells.
Just
Thank you though.
just an unfriendly reminder. I needed to discard the insides. I'm being absolutely. I'm gonna discard a Tri-land and Historian's Boon.
Okay, we're gonna play Beast Whisperer. Again, my second life this turn. I tapped this wrong. Let me do it. No, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna cast the Gaffer. I'll get my 3rd life and I'll draw a card as I cast a creature. And then Tim, do you have any flyers?
Nope.
Take 20.
I guess I will target it with Karlov.
With a shot. I'm glad my die did not just turn off my computer. That would have been miserable. I will end my turn. I gained more than 3 life, so I'll draw a card.
All right.
Yeah, on your upkeep, I'm gonna pay 10 life. And untap all my... Oh, wait, I'm gonna draw 2 cards first, and then do it. Or draw a card. And then untap all my lands. And
You draw your card.
I'm also gonna have a pest.
Of course. We're gonna play an island for turn. And I wish there was a lot more I could do, however, there's not. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 5, we'll cast the Lord again. Even though it's probably gonna get bounced in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am remembering the extra 2 since it's a non-creature.
I'll gain a life
Machine
because
God.
you played a
Yep.
creature.
Machine God's Effigy. I will have an ETB as Lord of the Nazgul. And the one that bounces stuff or exiles it.
There's a few. There's a few. So the princess takes flight, exiles up to 1 creature. Elspeth conquers death, exiles target permanent with mana value 3 or more. Kami War exiles target non-land permanent.
Oh, okay. So
The one I've been blinking is the princess takes flight.
So I'm just kind of sitting here at Fubar. I do have a Ledger Shredder, and it's not going to matter. It's just a island. So the only thing I can do is just throw this Ledger Shredder at you. Oh, no, he's
Yeah.
still 5 minutes.
How much is it?
6.
I will go to 22.
Yeah, I've got nothing else. So
On your end step, I'm gonna draw pay for life and draw 2 cards. Okay.
yep.
Untap. Keep draw. Croson Verge as land for turn. How many artifacts and enchantments does everyone got?
I have 2.
And then this die is how many pests I have, by the way.
I have 3 artifacts.
You got 11 over there?
That's right.
Alright.
It's not Dockside. I'm curious. Oh, I'm guessing it's
2, 4,
gain of progress.
6, 8,
Oh,
10, 11, 12. X10 Farmer Cotton.
all right. So I'm going to gain 10 life, but then I'm gonna lose 10 life to untap all my lands.
Okay.
And then I'll float 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I'll float 7. As well.
ETB, make me 10 halflings, make me a food, 2 foods because it's legendary. That's actually doubled 20 halflings
Oh, so I gained. I net 10.
and 22 food.
Oh, and you get to destroy 22.
I get to destroy 20 artifacts and enchantments, so I'm to destroy all of you guys' artifacts.
All
and
right. Well,
enchantments.
I'm gonna greed one last time. Well, 2 last times. Cards.
I will put a +1/+1 counter on to Eleanor. This guy will trigger. We'll put Sir Ginger into my graveyard.
Ah, now I can see everything.
Now I
So
can
much-
keep my Wraith tokens.
Everyone still has giant creatures, and my board is small. I will activate the idol. I will draw a card. Okay, and then I will pass the turn.
I'm gonna draw a card on your end step as I gain more than 3 life. And then I'm gonna gain a life and get a pest.
Yeah, pests were a big get for you, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
How much commander damage do you have
9.
from me? 9.
Or no, sorry, I have it's marked here. It's
13?
13, yep. Good thing I have 1-1s.
Yeah, I was just thinking. That's what I was saying. Like getting those pests was a pretty big deal. My God, what turn is it?
A turn.
It is.
Turn 9.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
BS.
Yeah, I missed 1 land drop. I have 8 lands.
That cannot be possible.
Well, it's your turn 10.
Thirteen, 14, 15, 16. Okay.
I mean, you did have Man. Shirtless dude for a while.
Okay. 12, 13, 14. That'll probably do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to take 1. And I'm going to cast Dance of the Manse for 14.
Wow. Instant board state, anybody?
Hey, curse the swine, if you would, that'd be cool.
Remember that counter spell you discarded earlier this game?
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah, I'm
I
picking myself for it now. Yeah.
All right. These are creatures so we can go over here.
Are they going to be creatures?
So Dance of the Manse turns them into creatures.
Okay,
So
so
yes.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 14.
Yes, that's right.
Life game.
All right. This goes from 12 to 26. We're gonna go around and start putting dice on stuff. So I'm gonna make a. So let's get the targets on the stack. So Princess Takes Flight is going to target. What's next to the Essence Warden? Is that a Beast Whisperer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 5 small creatures. I don't think I can deal with that many small creatures, unfortunately. So I have to be able to get through unblocked, and I do not know how I'm going to do that. So I'm definitely going to put the Kami War exile target non-land permanent on Aura Shards. I'm going to put Elspeth Conquers Death on Beladros, I think.
All right, I'll have a response then.
I will put the Princess Takes Flight on Lord of the Nazgul.
And that's back to hand, or is...
No, that's exiled. So it's exiled. So you can put it in the command zone. That's Princess Takes Flight. So put it in the command zone, or when it hits 3, you can get it back. If it dies in the meantime, or something bad happens, you never get it back. So
Yeah, command
Yeah, I'll
zone.
be
Don't
responsible.
don't make the same mistake I did. So I'm gonna float 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. And then pay 10 life on tap it all. And he's exiled for good.
That's right. No, that's not a thing. So when Historian Boon or another non-token enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I create a white soldier. So I'm also going to get 14 soldiers.
Oh, I'll gain 14 more life then.
That's right.
Man, just Essen Warden does a lot of work.
Yeah, if it doesn't get dealt with, yeah. So I get a treasure from Corvold. I'm going to draw 14 cards, but I didn't get to that yet. He's going to make a soldier as well. Cruelty of Gix is going to gonna dig me another card out. I'm just going to kill myself with Cruelty of Gix, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to resolve the search before the draw. What in the world could I possibly... I'm going to get this card.
I'll have to look later.
Okay, then I'm going to draw 14 cards and then move to combat.
Well, I'm gonna give all my creatures life link.
4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to move to combat. I am going to attack Hunter with everything that I can. You don't have any untapped blockers, Hunter?
Not a thing.
Okay. I think the only thing that I had on the board at the beginning of the turn was I didn't realize how big my champion just got because it's not lethal to you. You have 28 and no blockers. I will send the Citizen Champion and the Displacer Kitten over to kill Hunter. I am going to send the indestructible Tom Bombadil a 7/7 at Tyler.
I'll declare a halfling as a blocker.
That seems like a good choice.
You don't want me to gain life?
I don't. I
Oh.
mean, I don't know how relevant it is at this point, but at some point you're going to draw the damn the damn cannon and blow us all up. So I'm
That's
also
the plan.
I'm gonna get a goblin from Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'm gonna search for a land. I got the treasure. I should have a third wraith now. This should go up to 3.
I'm so upset with myself.
Yeah, you made my Bilbo disappear forever.
That.
That's what he's
Had I
focused
literally
on.
gone through my next draw step, I would have gotten Curse of the Swan and been able to take care of a lot of it.
Oh
I'm actually
no.
mad at myself. Yeah, sadness.
Go ahead, sir.
Alright, I gained more than 3 life this turn, I think, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. Alright, we're going to draw a card for my turn.
I'm discarding down to hand size, but I have a giant hand, so I gotta make some choices.
I feel you, brother.
I think it's this.
Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm putting all these things into my graveyard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. That should be fine. Alright, so 1. We will. Yeah, I did. I played this. Hold on. Put it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play Birds of Paradise. Draw a card. Wow. We're gonna pay 5 for Crested Sunmare. I'm gonna get another life. Draw a card. And then question. This wouldn't trigger unless I've already gained 3 lives. So I've gained 2 lives so far. Then a 3rd life would be gained because of the horsey horse. But it's too late for this for me to draw, right?
Right. Because you've already passed through the time threshold that triggers
Right.
and step triggers.
All right. I'm gonna discard a hand size. I'm gonna get a horsey. And gain another life. And then that's it for me.
And
So I
Uh,
guess in the end, the good guys will always win.
So
Unfortunately, I'll bow out.
Eventually, the ridiculous bard will just bore everybody to death.
yeah, basically.
This feels very much like what's actually happening. Is that we have spent too long at the table, and now now everything is overdeveloped.
lay of plains. We'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for Nykthos Paragon.
All right, that's a creature, right?
Yep.
All right.
That will make me a food. It will put a +1/+1 counter on something. I will put it on to Jotun Dissident. Steel Seeker. I will put a Llanowar Elves in my graveyard. Then I will tap my pig and tap 1 mana to sack a food. Gain 3 life. That will put 3 +1/+1 counters on each creature I control.
Mm.
3, 3.
What's doing that?
My Nykthos Paragon. 4. 3. 4. 3 and 3. That will also untap Prize Pig. Because whenever I gain life, I put that many ribbon counters on it. Then if there's 3 or more ribbon counters, I untap it. Then we will move to combat. I'm gonna send my halflings, my farmer, my Gandalf, my Sereth, Steel Seeker, my Jotun, and Safi all at Tim.
Total number of attackers?
So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 attackers.
Damn!
Okay. And the halflings are the smallest at 4/4, right?
Correct.
So 24, I can only absorb 4 of them, so I have to block at least 20. Probably more if I want to be safe. That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I am going to put blockers in front of 23 of them. I'm going to block 16 human soldiers, 3 wraiths, the Herald of Pantheon, the Goblin Shaman, the Dryad, and Sithis. All of my things will die. I don't think any of yours do. As long as there's no trample, I will just take 4.
Yep, no trample. After
My goblin.
After combat, I'm going to activate the Idol of Oblivion, draw a card. We'll go ahead and we will sack 3 foods, 16, 15, 14 to Samwise, and return Sir Ginger to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pay 2 to cast Sir Ginger. That will make me 2 foods because it's legendary. 15, 16. Put a +1/+1 counter on something. I will put it on to Sir Ginger. Steel Seeker. We will put Tough Cookie into my graveyard. Then we will pay 3 foods down to 13 here, or 33 to return Tough Cookie to my hand. We'll pay 2, cast Tough Cookie. That will make me 1 food. Put a +1/+1 counter onto Tough Cookie. Steel Seeker. I will put Finhorn Elves into my graveyard. And then I will pass.
Before you pass, I think I'm gonna anguish on making your Paragon.
Okay. That destroys.
Exiles.
Exiles. Will be exiled.
Yeah, we can't be having you getting all sorts of really big creatures.
You'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's what she said, and I'm not fine.
I forgot I should have marked that. I'm trying to clarify that these are all creatures right now so that we know what's about to happen.
Oh, and I got another horse and I draw a card.
Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, so first row in games is going to put 3 counters on Tom Bombadil. Modern Age. I'm just going to do these as I go to make it easier for me. Modern Age, I'm going to draw a card and discard a card. That's fine. I can just go. Corvold's going to search for a mountain, put it onto the battlefield. The Princess Takes Flight is going to give Tom Bombadil +2/+2 and flying until end of turn. Here's a mountain. I think it comes in tapped. put it onto the battlefield. This actually should have made me a treasure. So he is two, I'm just gonna mark it so I don't forget it. He is 2 bigger. Tell me again how much commander damage do you have from Tom?
13.
13. So I need 8.
Correct.
That's right. Okay. Bird's your only flyer?
Bird is my only fire.
Okay, so he is flying now. Kami War. Return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That's going to be Bird of Paradise. Each opponent discards a card. Elspeth Conquers Death. Everybody's going to, all your non-creature spells are going to cost 2 more until end of turn. I'm going to make a Saproling. I'm going to discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. I'm just going to do that once. And then I'm going to make a Saproling that is probably not going to matter. Who knows?
I have a feeling I'm going to die here.
Well, I mean, 13 commander, Tom Bombadil kills you. Cruelty of Gix goes to 3. That's the only, I did that one last on purpose. So that's going to resolve. I'm going to reanimate my Weaver of Harmony. All other enchantment creatures I control get +1/+1. So now all these 4/4s are 5/5s.
I think we're all just
2, 3,
dead.
4, 5, 6. I think maybe I don't. So he's got 1. How many untapped creatures do you have, Tyler?
I have 5 untapped creatures.
5 untapped creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus the champion. You said 5, right? So okay, here's the next part of the equation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana for Nycthea, Hand of Erebos. So she gives other enchantment creatures menace.
Nice.
She also reanimates something on the ETB. I don't actually know if I'm going to. Is it enters the battlefield? Exile up to 1 non-aura. I think I'm just going to skip it to see if I can close this out for today. All right, so you have 42 life. Do any of your things have lifelink?
No, but I can sack food to gain life.
Right, you got 2 mana. So is what do you got? You got 3 with the pig. He would untap, so you could ostensibly do it.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it right now. I'll sack 2 foods. He untaps both times, so I gain 6 life there.
Okay, so 48 is the magic.
That will actually trigger.
So couldn't you do it?
5,
So
6.
with the way the pig works, can't you just use? So you could have cracked 3 foods, right? Or no?
It only adds 1, and then it untaps after gaining 3 life.
Oh right. Oh, and then
costs
it's
2
just untapped now. Never mind.
Yep. So that's at 3. I get a scry 1, 2 times. We will keep that up top in case I live.
Anything else?
Oh, okay. No, I can do it. So I am going to tap a mana and cast Path to Exile, targeting Sir Ginger.
Okay.
That's going to trigger Displacer Kitten, and I'm going to blink the princess takes flight and exile your Samwise Gamgee.
Is it a May ability on the path?
Yes.
Or do I have to? Okay, I'm not gonna search just in case
Okay.
I live. I don't think I'm living anymore, but
I
Nah.
will.
Well, I know I'm not. So
I will cast Azusa's Many Journeys and do it again and blink out their exile the Tough Cookie. and then 5 more for Birth of the Imperium to do it one more time. That takes you down to 1 blocker.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I can just swing out Tom Bombadil at Zombie, the 27/27 Citizen Champion, and all of these 5/5s with Menace.
So if I didn't think that thing was a problem, I could have anguished on making Tom Bombadil. Okay, I'm dead. I'm just curious on what my next turn would have been.
You actually couldn't if it has hexproof and indestructible.
Oh, what? Oh, it gets hexproof from it?
Yeah, it's hexproof and indestructible.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, my next turn was a Sam, which Sam and Prize Pig makes me be able to sack food for free, and I could sack 32.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I would have played a land, played Veto, Prosperous Innkeeper, Galagreater, and Birds. And
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
yeah,
That was a good game.
that was spicy.
Jeez. Love that. Thank you all for like playing along with this ridiculousness. I knew this deck was going to be like that though. Like it's either going to be one of these decks that kind of like seems like it's not doing anything because of how like disjointed all the cards are. Because they're really like they're not actually synergistic. If you don't have the Enchantress pieces in it, they just do a bunch of disparate things.
Right.
It's
My
just
worry
so much value.
Yeah,
And I
that's
did draw
true.
my Farmer Cotton.
Nice.
My concern with building this deck was that I didn't know how it was going to close out games. Like I actually don't have a like particularly great way to win. I can get a lot of value and draw a lot of cards and you know gain a lot, or not even gain a lot of life, but draw a lot of cards. But
Yeah.
man, I feel like I got more achievements unlocked in that first game than I'm ever going to get playing this deck again. I should probably just retire it.
Yep, it's retired. It's retired. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm curious on
I
how
got
much
to- difference
difference it would have been if I didn't like permanently exile Bilbo.
You were like
Yeah.
I don't know that. So do you have any way to give him haste so you can activate his ability? Do you even need to? Does he tap?
It does, yeah, but no, not really.
Which I mean, Lightning Greaves is, and the boots are the only thing that come to mind. I actually like it, they're not in this deck either, and I'm really kind of thinking like they need to be. There are a lot of creatures with like activated abilities.
Yeah, it would just
With
be
that-
hard for me to figure out which to take out.
Yeah, and with that activation cost, along with the casting cost and the Grieve equip cost, that's a lot of mana. I mean, you
That's
wouldn't be able to pull it off until you had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on board at least.
Might be easier to put things in that allow you to flash it into play, so you can toss it in on the end step and avoid. Because that's the problem, is that if you activating that was contingent on putting it back on the board and then it surviving a whole round, that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
At least not with the setup that I had.
Not
there.
with your setup. Oh, hell no. But
It's funny. I took more and more. Like I had non saga based interaction in the deck, and I just kept stripping it because I was like, this is incredibly interactive with just these janky sagas. So I really don't think. I mean, I have Path in here, but I'm not sure it needs it. I had Assassin's Trophy in here at some point. I was like, I don't think it needs it.
Oh yeah, you had probably more removal than anyone else for sure.
Yeah, I went through and looked at it. I think I have something like 10 sagas that.
oh my
like,
god, Aetherflux
interact
Reservoir
with
was 2 cards down.
Oh no! Wow, that was it. I mean, that's all it would have taken. All you would have to do is draw that, and that's the game. There's
Hell,
no way of interacting with that. Good grief! I had not thought about work for like 2 hours. This is
Yeah,
2.5 hours.
2 hours and 20 minutes that game took.
Yikes.
Tom Bombadil talks too much, so
I mean, I felt pretty out of the game for a while. Like, I had 200 life, but like, okay, what am I doing besides just gaining life on everyone else's creatures?
Waiting for that Aetherflux reservoir. Although what is the feeling is real because when you're built all around doing the one thing and then you can't do the one thing anymore.
Like when you exiled my door. Don't forget, I did not forget about that.
Still salty.
I just learned that I think I just need to kill Tim first every game.
I was very not threatening for the first like 7 turns.
Right, and in the last 3 turns, you just blew up, which like that's bound to like that's gonna happen to a lot of decks too. So it's not like,
dude, that aura shards for 20 though. God,
Oh yeah,
that was really good.
No,
I
was waiting for you to remove it because I thought you remembered I had Farmer Cotton in hand. I'm just like, okay, he's gonna exile this with the Saga. He's gonna exile this, and then you didn't. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But then he bounced
you're
back
right.
with Dance with the Man, so it didn't fucking matter.
Oh yeah, it didn't matter.
It did, but you're right that I absolutely missed it. That I just like didn't clock it, and I honestly I had Dance in my hand for a very very long time, so I was really like I was playing a little fast and loose because I knew I could.
Yeah, you could afford it.
Yeah.
Good grief, that's a long game.
That was a good game though. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The other funny thing about this deck, I know I was saying it, like it has so many tokens in it. Like there's so many different tokens I need for the deck, and I really want to get them all. Like I really want to actually go find the correct tokens.
Yeah. So, what did you think of Bilbo's birthday celebrant? I mean, if it wasn't for your Farmer Cotton, I wouldn't have been able to crack that on turn 5.
Yeah, I was definitely feeding it like crazy, and I didn't actually realize what you were at until I looked over. I'm like, oh shit, I just got him above the life total he needed. I'm like, fingers crossed, Tim, take care of it.
Tim, just imagine, we could have gotten a second game in if he just let me have a birthday party.
If you let his birthday happen.
Yeah, because I would have played something totally different then. Yeah, I really like this deck. It's not like what I like about it is I'm not a huge fan of just swinging creatures. Like I just like winning the game, right? So like, who needs to swing when you can just win the game? So like, I don't have to think about combat and stuff all that much. I like leaving my creatures back and just like doing silly things, and it's like the fairest life gain deck ever. Like,
oh yeah,
like every single one of the I'm at 189, and every single life that I gained was either by 1 or 2.
Yeah, just tiny increments,
and that happened a lot. Yeah. I got 0 pieces of ramp right until turn 10, and it was a Bird of Paradise.
No, you had hardly any mana that entire game. It seemed like.
Yeah, I just didn't get any of my ramp spells. But that happens. I still did stuff.
Do you have the cards in there that double your life total, or is that
So, no, I had it originally, Beacon of Immortality. Yeah. But I'm like, I don't want to spend 5 mana to just double my life total.
Fair.
So I took it.
It sure is a quick way to get there, though.
Yeah, but so if I have Bilbo out, all it does is double my life total +1.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Like,
I mean, that was like my thought process when building the deck.
If you get it before, if you cast that spell before you take damage, that card gains you 40 life.
I mean, like if I cast it last turn, I'm gaining 189. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Right. If you have veto in play, it's player removal.
That's also true.
I could see including that one, right? Because that's the one that shuffles into your library, right?
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to have a bunch, but boy, like that one, just holding off until you have a lot, you get that veto out, just being able to slay. Like, it's no big deal, guys. I'm just going to gain 100 life and put a trigger on the stack that does 100 damage to you.
Shh. Just ignore that last part.
Yeah.
As hexproof infrastructure. Yeah, I was
So it's
dead
fun-
regardless. Yeah.
So it's funny. It's like, I mean, I think like the Tom Bombadil, it's like the first ability is harder to get rolling, but once you have a kind of critical mass of sagas on board,
Mhm.
it's almost always happening,
Right.
and that's a pretty powerful combo, hexproof and indestructible. So it's, but as long as you have other creatures on board to keep from sack effects and stuff, but the second half of it, whenever the final chapter resolves, it only triggers once. So it's not that's not really busted. That's just incidental as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
It's a great way to kind of keep the thing flowing.
Yeah, like your deck would be fine without Tom Bombadil on board.
It would, and as a matter of fact, there's a card in here that was one of the. I actually put them both in. That one that I actually just kind of won with there. I guess I didn't need it because I didn't need the menace. But a Nykthia, the Nykthia is one of the one of the pre-con commanders from that enchantment one, and the other one is this one. It's called Narsi. This one I think is actually better. So if you wanted to build a good saga deck, you could just build it in these three colors. You could just build
Right.
it
That's the one that you can bring it back or creature as a creature or something, right? Or no?
No, that was the one I played. That's a Nykthia. Narsi, whenever a saga resolves, everybody loses life equal to its mana value, and I draw a
gross.
card.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, and it doesn't just trigger once each turn. So, like, I actually had this in my hand at the end of that game too. So if I couldn't win with combat damage, I was just going to put this on the board and have
Drain
the threat
everyone. Yeah.
of the drain out the next turn. I actually think that this, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the more powerful win conditions because I don't need to have a board state to win with it. I just need to have a bunch of sagas.
I will say you should look at some of the Doctor Who stuff that involves that involves counters and stuff.
There's a lot of
Because you
saga stuff too.
Yeah, that's what.
There's two sagas in particular that I'm already aware of that I'm pretty sure I want for the deck.
Oh, I'm talking about counter manipulation.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's not as I didn't get to any of it in this game. There is counter manipulation in this deck. I just didn't get any of it.
And Displacer Kitten in that deck is absolutely good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Displacer, and I'm telling you, Princess Takes Flight. Like if you look on EDH Rec, it is not up there in the top cards of this deck, and I think it is bananas.
Absolutely should be.
So good.
I mean, how many things did that exile? 20?
There are so many ways to abuse that, like blinking it, sacrificing it, copying it. Like there's so many ways to abuse it, and it straight up kills tokens.
Mm-hmm. It also removes commanders permanently.
Well, only if you choose to leave it in exile and have somebody bounce the whole board.
Yeah, I mean
that was the play of the game. That set the landscape for that entire game. That Blood of Tears. That really it was absolutely the villain move, and it ended up killing him in the end. And that's very thematic. That's very on flavor.
Yeah, he had to ruin my birthday party.
Yeah, he ruined your birthday party with a flood of tears. He came and cried his eyeballs out at your birthday party. What a jerk.
Curious, like, so I did have like Eerie Interlude in my hand. So like, if I had to cast him again, I could have like protected him that way.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
So I mean, that was the protection that I saw, or that I had. I had it for a while, and then I was also thinking I had a Whip of Erebos too that I ended up discarding. Like if he does die, I can put him in the graveyard and then reanimate him with it. And then
haste.
Yeah, that gives it haste, right?
All right,
So-
12 decks. We got there, boys.
Now, what's your next plan, Tim?
I mean, I don't have any more room in this case, so
Buy another case. That's the next plan.
yeah, there's no more room in yonder case. That's 12. That's 12 decks there.
God, I have 3. Like if I'm looking at my case, I have mono green, mono black, Jeskai, Jund, 3 5 colors, 1 band, 1 1 blue black, 1 Naya. I have a lot of decks, Tim.
I actually do know what I'm going to do next because I'm going to build
Shards.
I'm
Let's
gonna-
go.
No, I'm gonna replace my
Blue white.
Azorius deck.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I think after that, the next I think I'll stick with the the 10-2 color combinations, the colorless and the 5 color. I think that's a good spread. They all play very differently.
yeah.
But the ones that I'm least inclined to play at this point are the blue white one for sure, probably the white black one actually, the party time deck.
Yeah, that deck's cool. It's nice to have one that's a little bit on the lower end of the power scale.
That's fair.
But yeah, you don't really reach for that one very often either, do you?
No, I definitely don't. Only when I roll for it. I got to get a 12-sided die so I can roll now with the new setup.
I have one.
See, my bag holds 12, but my problem is now I have 13. So
No.
So I don't
What do you
know.
got here? Let's see. Let us see what you got there.
what do I got? Okay,
Yeah.
I got my mono red Dong Itali, so it's either or commander, either Dong or Itali as mono red commander. It's a mono red kind of make token copies of creatures. I don't care if they die to legendary rule, just ETB trigger type stuff.
Dong.
I think I have to ruin your day. Yeah, you can't use Italy. I guess you
Yeah.
can.
You just don't have any
to put
green. Yeah.
So-
I see.
Yeah, it's Phyrexian, so I don't need any green in the deck. I got my mono blue Iorith, which is my highest powered deck. It's a combo deck, tapping and untapping stuff.
Okay.
I have my mono white Abdel Far Traveler Blink deck.
Oh yeah, is that the 5-drop the guy that blinks and makes soldiers or something?
Yep. I have Luris, which is Aura Tribal Luris.
Okay.
All small auras.
Mhm.
It's pretty much Light Paws in disguise because Light Paws is in there. But it
Sure.
adds black. I have Serdan Group Hug, which is full of Eldrazi.
That's like a group hug thing.
That's so funny.
My mono black is Kagimaro First to Suffer. It's a mono black card draw deck. I pay a bunch of life to draw a bunch of cards, try to gain some back, and it's a board wipe on a creature based on the number of cards I have in hand.
All right, before you go any further, do you want to hear what my mono black deck is?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Phage the Untouchable.
Nice.
I actually have 2. I have Phage, and then I have an unaltered precon of the Necron deck.
I have Ziatora the Incinerator. This is my budget bling. Every single card in the deck is either foil or extended art or showcase art, including the lands.
Nice.
Just big throw stuff at people's faces. I have Narset Spell Slinger. It's Narset Enlightened Exile. Agris costs Eternal Soldier. Target Agris with things that target it with one thing and target the whole board. Combat focused. This one I'm still building. That's going to be Grima. It's a Dimir commander that says whenever it deals damage, it can't be blocked, and whenever it deals damage to a player, I get to reveal the top card of their library. If it's an instant or sorcery, I get to cast it for free. It's got a bunch of equipment that gives it double strike and whatnot. I have the 6th Doctor Romana 2 partner from Doctor Who, legendary tribal. The majority of the deck is 3 drops, and then I have an Allurin in there.
I love Allurin!
Yep. So with the 6th Doctor, every person's turn, I'll drop a 3-drop for free, make a copy of it with the 6th Doctor, and then make another copy of Roma.
Neat. Didn't that just come out today?
It did.
so like that's not the pre-con that you built that.
I built that. Just waited to get the actual commander cards because it just came out. My Samwise deck.
I played Learn in standard, not standard. It was extended at that point.
It was extended, yeah.
And then I just bought the Davros Dalek Creator Precon for a Precon power level if people want to play Precon. So
Sweet.
I want to buy all 4 and then make the Doctor Dot deck.
Doctors are sweet. I mean, I like the Doctor.
It wouldn't be all that good
they're
though.
doing, and it wouldn't having all the doctors in there, but that would still be awesome. Because the doctors are all doing different things. I mean, you got your suspend deck with the doctors with suspend.
I kind of want to get the Rose Tyler and those 10th Doctor.
It's a sweet deck. I was gonna get that one, but that was the most popular one, and I thought to myself, if I ever decide to tear it apart or modify it, the cards from the Mastermind of Evil slot into other decks better, because it's not a bunch of suspend stuff that I'm not going to use elsewhere in case I decide to tear it apart. But
that's funny. Do you think that the 10th and Rose is the most popular one because it's arguably the most popular Doctor?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
That, and it has the Everyone Lives in it, the mono white,
which I don't like that
and
card anyway. Like, why am I protecting everybody?
it stops combos. I suppose I could see it for like CEDH or something
Yeah.
like that. If someone's comboing off, it will stop that. But otherwise, yeah, no.
Right, and that's why you play it. It's not really about saving yourself. It's about shutting down something that you don't have any other means to shut down in a color that can't necessarily do it very effectively. So it is, if you play with that kind of interaction, it's in the same vein as heroic intervention. Why do you play that card? Like, you play it because you think there's probably a likelihood that people are going to blow up your stuff at some point.
Yeah, no, the only problem is that it protects everyone else's stuff too.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with it. Like, I'm all for protecting all your stuff. But yeah, like preventing other people from losing the game and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you're going to use it to stop someone else from winning, but
it's
right. That you have to think of it that way. That it's not about it does have the additional effect of protecting other people's stuff, but you have to think about it as you are preventing someone from winning. You are stopping one individual person from winning. It's symmetrical, which actually makes it at least a little bit more balanced.
It makes me want to change Phage into have like a blue, white, black commander.
Add in blue, and then you have fractured identity.
Right. And well, so here's the thing. I guess I wouldn't really need that much part of the Phage. Like my Phage deck, there's like 7 or 8 cards that stop me from losing the game when I play Phage. So like I wouldn't need that part of the deck at all if I had her as the hidden commander, which makes it not as fun.
Yeah, very true. You gotta find that workaround to be able to, yeah. No, I get it.
But
for your sagas over there, the Doctor Who has a Barbara Wright. I was just looking at sagas you control have read ahead, so it gives all your sagas read ahead.
That's gross.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a creature?
For 1 and a white, it's a creature. Yep. Legendary creature.
That's gross.
Barbara Wright. And then there's Ian Chesterton, which is a creature that says each saga you control has replicate. Its replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. So you make token copies of your sagas by paying its mana cost over again, essentially.
When you cast it?
When you cast it. So if it's cast off of Tom, you could still pay its mana cost to make another copy of it too.
I don't think Tom casts it.
Tom doesn't cast it.
Is it not cast? It's just put it onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, look at you, history teacher. Sagas you control have read ahead. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, there's just some saga good cards.
I wonder if how impactful that would really be. Like, I'd have to look over the sagas and see which ones have abilities later on that are more impactful. There's a few. I feel like I did in that game several times. Like I read ahead, like Cruelty of Gex like snags a card from an individual's hand. I just don't see that as impactful enough. Like I don't think I'll ever use that ability because again, in a multiplayer game, like taking one card out of somebody's hand just doesn't feel like it's really going to do enough compared to having the tutor go off on the first turn. So I'd rather just have it be 2 and then 3, where it tutors and then I reanimate something.
No, yeah, for sure. And I don't know how many of your sagas already have read ahead.
I'm not. I think Cruelty of Gix might be the only one.
Wait,
I might be.
We're not on episode 6. Good point. Episode 7. By the way, we have a podcast, Tyler. You should totally listen to it.
All right.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
Love Song of Night and Day, which you guys didn't see. It's just a card draw. It's you and target opponent each draw 2 cards. That one has read ahead.
Is there a link to the podcast on your YouTube?
It's on my YouTube and it's on any of your podcast listening devices.
Sounds good, because I subscribe to your YouTube, so I should be able to find the link there. And
yeah, it's the AZA Commander podcast.
Sounds good. Oh, there it is, yep.
Oh, so you did decide to go with the fake jewelry ad for the...
Oh, check it out, though, with that thing in play. Yeah, I think that... Well, let's start with that. I think that it's good enough to kind of go, and then we can kind of lean away from the, like... From it doesn't have to be a public service announcement, right? Like we can have it just be whatever we're just gonna do a little like cutaway joke at the beginning of each thing,
right?
Yeah, you know, and we can get more artsy with it as we go. If you go back and watch my YouTube videos, if you go back and watch me and my guitar, like I do some of that as I get more developed into the show. Like I have more of a introduction before I play the song, where I do like 3 or 4 goofy little bits.
Right.
And I think that like having a little bit of that is really fun. They do it, you know, Command Zone does it with like their advertising, right? Like they do goofy bits with their advertising.
Yeah.
I'm kind of poking fun at that, but I think instead of always calling it a public service announcement, this time we're going to say, oh, we have an ad from one of our sponsors, and it's just going to be, you know, an advertisement about a ring salesperson that is definitely not the devil and definitely not trying to sell you something that's cursed and ruin your life. And, you know, just ham-fisted as much as possible.
Every kiss begins with K.
So check it out. With that card with Barbara Wright, that means that you can cast sagas and have them immediately resolve.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can if you have Tom on the field and his ability hasn't triggered, you can cast an inexpensive. Yeah, you can cast like a 2-mana saga, immediately have it go to 3, and then find the next one in your deck.
Yep.
That is cool as hell.
Yep.
Which one is that one in?
That is in the suspend deck, the timey-wimey.
Is it really?
Yep.
Boo. I'll just buy it individually.
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't think I don't like. Unfortunately, like I think the 2 sagas that I've identified that I'm interested in are in different decks, and I'm actually just not all that interested in the rest of the cards. So I'm very much like I think I'm just gonna buy singles.
Yeah, singles are cheap right now too. They dropped a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah,
today.
I was thinking about.
I should.
Yep.
I was thinking about dropping $200 just to buy all 4 of them because, you know, here's the weird thing. I'm a huge fan of the Doctor Who for like the first like 7 seasons, and then after that, like, I have trouble paying attention because like Capaldi did fine, but like
I really grew to love Capaldi over time. Like I think that like he was so different than Matt Smith that it was really tough to like make the transition. But once he found his footing, he was so like Matt Smith was just so, and so both Tennant and Smith were really kind of goofy in their own way.
Right.
And Capaldi was just so much more serious, and it felt tonally very different, but I really came to love it.
Yeah.
I think you just have to treat each of them differently, right?
Oh,
like,
and I do. It's just like the problems are kind of the samey. It's like the villain of the day kind of thing. That
Well, of course it is that, and it will always be that.
and
Like,
that's the problem that I was having. So like I was just losing focus and stuff like that. So like it wasn't that it was bad. It's just like I struggled to focus, like because every time that I watch Doctor Who, I binge it. And I think that's my problem. If I took my time
Right,
and watched it like 1 or 2 episodes a day instead of 15
what I'm actually
episodes in a day.
suggesting- What I'm actually suggesting is that you treat each Doctor as its own show, and that you separate your watching. Like you can binge it, but stop when you're done with that character.
Oh, I
Like
see.
stop when you get to the end of Tennant. Stop when you get to the end of Smith. Stop when you get to the end of Capaldi. Give yourself a break. Get away from it, and then come back. And actually, like the difference between Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker is obviously there's some pretty significant differences, but the biggest one is that it's a different showrunner.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, when it was Tennant, when it was Eccleston and Tennant, that was Davies. And then when it was Matt Smith and then Capaldi, it was yet this other guy. I don't remember his name. But those 2 series are the same showrunner. And then Jodie Whittaker is yet a different showrunner. And now, when they just reanimated Tennant again, and they're immediately going to hand it off to yet the next person, that's going back to the guy who ran the show when Tennant was the Doctor.
And then Tennant's only going to be, he's not going to get a whole season. He's just getting like a one-time thing.
I think it's more than one, but it's not a whole season. I think that they said that they were going to have him do a couple of specials and then have him roll it right over into the next one. Yeah, you're not kidding. City of Death, which is one of the ones that I want, was like clocking at $8. Now it's down to like, well, the cheaper end is $2, but
yeah, I'll definitely go. I'll start diving. So we're gonna do Birthday Celebrant first on our list. Looks like.
yeah. If I have you up first, yeah,
that's what it says. Yeah.
that's fine. I think I did it because we went the other order last time. Like I went first and then you.
Yeah, well, so the reason why you went first the last time was just because you happen to have the deck that was more relevant.
Right.
For the time, like where I was just talking about an old deck.
I think I was cutting out, but I was trying to tell you, I think that Blast from the Past deck actually has Barbara in that one, which is the same one as the City of Death.
Really?
Yep.
That's the like old school Doctor. That's like the 4th Doctor or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the fourth Doctor. Yep.
Yeah, the Paradox one is 13. And then there's the bad guys, and then there's the Tennant one, and then there's the old school.
Do you know who I miss from Doctor Who? Is Captain Jack Harkness.
You know, he's got his own show, right?
Yeah, that show, yeah, Torchwood was okay. I enjoyed it, but I think there's only the 2 seasons, right?
I actually don't know.
I mean, he's just a handsome man. Like I just want to touch it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, you guys have a good evening.
Now that I've ruined everything and everyone's left. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have to be up early in the morning. So.
All right. Good game, y'all.
Good game,
so
fellas.
Tim, I'll work on mine tomorrow.
Of course.
And then we can. I'm planning on playing Magic again tomorrow. I'm debating whether I play Bilbo again tomorrow or if I play something different. Because I am really enjoying it, and like I kind of want to get as many reps in as possible before the podcast.
I'm really willing to bet, and I'm happy to be wrong here, but I'm really willing to bet that under the right circumstances, that my Tom Bombadil deck is going to feel like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I really feel like there's going to be scenarios where that happens. So I'm definitely interested as well. So just let me know. I'm not definitely locked in for tomorrow. We're going to Philly to go out to eat with a friend of ours in the afternoon.
Sounds like fun.
Or early evening. So I don't really expect to be back, and I do have some schoolwork to do as well. So, but yeah, just. Hit
I
me
mean,
up
we can just not play because I'm kind of excited to play Batman right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got I bought the Arkham series for my computer,
Okay, cool.
so I'm starting Batman. And I just got to the Batcave, so things are getting good. So yeah, I mean I can just play Batman Arkham Asylum. That's fine. And then we can
Yeah, I'll spend
just
some time working on some stuff too.
and if you can't, we can always like get into a conference call or something a little early and work on it together before we start to.
Yeah.
So anyway, bye everyone. Alan didn't come in because he was all like having a date with somebody. What a monster.
Good for him.
I know, that's what I said.